All right, ninth and 10th grade violas. Here we are one more time. We're going to work on the excerpt portion of the ninth and 10th grade Region 2 viola auditions, okay? So we're going to start with excerpt number 1, Swamp Thang, okay? It's just fun to say that, okay? Now it says 112. We're not worrying about the speed right now. Notice there is one sharp in the key signature, and this starts with a rest, okay? So you need to think 16th notes, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a. Whoops, that's a B. 1E and a. Okay, so you have to think 1, da 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 dee da da, da 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 dee da da. Okay, all right, so let's try that again. We're going to go a little slower. 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a. 1E and a. 4E and a, 1E. 4, open. Whoops. Excuse my goof there. I apologize, violists. I left out open G right there before 37. All right, now, you shouldn't have any trouble before 33. You just need to practice those notes slowly, okay? If you do have issues before 33, put little rests in like this. You're going to go 1, rest, 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 rest. Okay, I want to start right on 33. Notice there's a fun little tie in the third, between the third and the fourth beat, and this is what gives it this fun little jazzy syncopated sound. So let's play 33 nice and slow. 3 and 4 and. And notice I played it rather short. Because of the rhythm there, if you play too legato, it's going to sound messy, okay? So play it a little bit on the shorter side so it's clean. Ready, 33, go. And. Lift. Okay, so in measure 34, there's a lift with no rest, okay? So you really have to play that low E very short. It's almost like not a rest or not a lift, but it is. Lift. So you have to be really short and you have to be right at the frog. And don't do a lot of, this kind of windshield wiper thing. Just a real quick little circle down here, okay? All right, so let's do that right there on measure 34. You're going to start on an up bow, but be at the frog. 3 and 4 and. Lift. Lift. Up, up. Okay, so there's that fun lift again in measure 35. And then we want a big viola sound in measure 36. And then notice at 37 it says P sub, which means piano for soft, and subito for sub, which means suddenly. So you have to be suddenly soft right there. But do put some vibrato on it, okay? Don't just play regular notes there, okay? So that ought to get you going with that one. Number 2, the Molly on the Shore, is very fast, but we're not going to work on it fast today. We're going to work on it as if it's in 4/4 time rather than in cut time 2, okay? So that's the way I think is the best way to work on it, okay? So we're going to play at the end of the second measure there, 1 and, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so about that speed. You just got to slur those 3 notes. That's just like, hot cross buns, except on the G string, okay? All right, let's try it. 1, 2, 3, and go. Up, up. Up, up. Lift. Now, even though we're playing it slowly, You want to practice it in the exact same part of the bow and with the same bow stroke that you're going to use when it goes fast. So notice I'm not playing, because you're not going to ever be able to do that when you go fast. So it has to be, because it'll be, eventually, not right now, okay? So now we're on the last two notes of the first line, still slow, okay? 3 and 4. Up, up. Slur, up. You should play those as just a first finger across both strings, okay? Now, you should be able to read it at that speed, that slow. And if you can't, you'll have to break it down and go slower yourself, okay, to get the notes. But the great news is it just repeats over and over and over again. So once you get the fingers, it's just a matter of just doing it again and keeping it clean. Now, to go faster, notice it says staccato and at the frog. It doesn't say spiccato, it says staccato. So again, short and at the frog. You want to practice going, and I'm really sticking that bow to the string. I'm not bouncing. I'm not going, that's terrible, all right? Really short. And it'll get less sticky sounding the faster you go. But remember, because you're on the C and the G string, if you don't play really short and sticky, it's going to come off sounding like, okay? And nobody wants to listen to that. So at letter A, I'm going to show you exactly the best way to practice this. Again, it's my favorite thing, again, with 4 notes and a rest. But you could even do 2 notes. Right? Or... right? And then when you get good at that, do a whole measure. Rest, rest. Rest. Right? But keep it all down here in the lower part of the bow. Okay? And take your time. You have about 1 month from now to get this to sound the best that you can. And slow and steady wins the race, not fast and panicked. Okay? All right, good luck, violas.